Okay, so apparently Phil Spencer lied about something that he never even confirmed, and Xbox Anaconda, aka Project Scarlet games, are going to look even better now as a result. Like what? What is happening? Fear not, I've got you covered. Let's get into it. What is going on, guys? It's Dealer here, back again, talking about the latest and greatest Xbox information here on YouTube. Today, we're talking about Project Scarlet, also Xbox Lockhart, and an update there on whether or not the system is actually real. Now, first and foremost, I want to make this known. As I've said in the past, I do believe the system's real, but that does not mean that it will ever see the light of day. If you guys remember, Phil Spencer also confirmed a more PS4 Pro level Xbox One X that they had built to see what was possible in the year 2016, but ultimately they never released that Xbox and they held off until 2017's Xbox One X. There are several different prototypes going on as I speak, as a matter of fact. Will you ever see half of them or any of them? Who knows? But apparently things have changed when it comes to Xbox Lockhart. Not only that, but apparently this is good news for Project Scarlet, Xbox's console for 2020. We'll get into that, but let's start with Xbox Lockhart. Now, if you've forgotten, Lockhart is the low-end Xbox that was targeting 2020. It was to be the entry model for around $300. A lot of people forget that. The price was really key here. And up until now, the debate was whether or not that actual box, that actual code name meant anything, if it was real. And about 2.5 days ago, I actually found out 100% the box is real. But again, that does not mean it will see the light of day. And again, here over the past couple days, there are people with known sources that are saying, hey, Project Lockhart, Xbox Lockhart, it was a thing, it is a real box, it does exist, but they ditched it. They are not releasing the box. It has been removed from all of their roadmaps, the documentation has changed, and unless this is some kind of really clever cover-up, there will only be one Xbox come holiday 2020, that being Xbox Anaconda, aka Project Scarlet, the high-end model that was rumored before. Now, after E3, I am just as skeptical of some of these insiders as some of you are. I don't discount the things they got right just because they got some things wrong, but I am definitely more wary than ever. So it's a good thing Lockhart's existence was confirmed not by these insiders, quote unquote, but rather somebody that's a bit more hands-on, should we say. Now, they don't know if Lockhart is still releasing. That I do not know. I just know that the box is 100% real. It was 100% on the dockets. It was 100% part of the plan, and something changed. And like some have suggested here on YouTube, that could have a lot to do with Project xCloud. Apparently things are going really well with xCloud. So well, in fact, that they are ahead of schedule. Performance is dialing in faster than they expected across the network. And instead of releasing yet another piece of hardware that will have to phase some other piece of hardware out, maybe they decided to get the most out of what they have out there and leverage Project xCloud to its fullest. Maybe they've realized that this is a more efficient plan. And no matter what price point Anaconda comes out at, Project Scarlet comes out at, they will sell it for what it's worth. After all, they don't really make any money on the hardware. In the grand scheme of things, it's all about the software. And they will allow the hardcore who want a really pristine console experience to get that experience, of course, at a cost. And for everyone else who does not care, you can go for the older Xbox One X or stream your games via Project xCloud. Now, something that has been suggested is that developers did not like the 2 SKU approach, which I found quite interesting because it's something that we do today and we don't really hear developers complaining much today. But apparently developers were inclined to develop for the base model Lockhart and then simply scale up resolutions without fully leveraging the compute power of something like Project Scarlet. Once again, Xbox Anaconda. Simply put, Microsoft's fear could be that developers really would not leverage Project Scarlet's compute because it costs money, it takes time, it's the path of least resistance for developers. For good reason, of course, time is money. So instead of focusing on the most powerful box, a lot of developers would code and get a game up and running on the low-end kit and then simply scale up resolution, maybe add a few effects here and there. Maybe it is that Microsoft wanted more for this Project Scarlet coming next year. They know there is a tremendous amount of power here, even some custom technology, and they did not put that in the box for developers to simply not utilize it. They want the most out of their games. So hey, Lockhart's off the table. It's one less product they have to not sell, and they can just try to get everyone else to use older kit or Project X Cloud. I was told that they would take a massive loss if they decided to cancel Lockhart or not release Lockhart because of all the work, all of the R&D they have in this box. And it was going to be a hell of a box. It was going to be a box that was going to be more capable than the X, though maybe not on the GPU side. It would be very close, and it would be very, very, very fast all around. It would be faster than the X in every single way, but it would be cheaper. Again, I cannot stress this enough. This was the value proposition, the bargain. It was to outdo PlayStation. Even if they were significantly more powerful than the base model, they still had the well-rounded kit that was a great value. It was to draw more people in. It was a great plan, and they would sandwich the PlayStation with the high-end Scarlet, while the low-end Lockhart picks up the crumbs. But hey, the headache of putting the box out there, having it shelved, marketing it, selling it, the confusion, blah, 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 all of the excuses that people give, maybe it got to them. I personally think it's a great plan. Phase out the older boxes, release the newer architecture, Lockhart being a hell of a 1080p 60 machine, with the Anaconda, aka the box that's coming out next year, being a 4K 60 machine with advanced physics processing and ray tracing capabilities, not to mention an SSD. There would be about a $200 gap in price, and you would get what you pay for, and everybody would have an option, and everybody would be happy. But apparently, they've canceled that plan. So yes, as of right now, I'm willing to believe that Lockhart is no longer going to come out, and it will truly be one box. Now, when referencing consoles, Phil Spencer apparently said he was talking about the discless Xbox One S, but hey, we know that's not true because he also said next generation in front of all of that. The Xbox One S discless version, or the all-digital version, is not a next generation Xbox. It is literally an S with a different shell and a removed disk drive. They've done teardowns. It's literally the exact same thing with no disk drive. So I don't buy that excuse. Maybe he doesn't want that thing to leak. Maybe he doesn't want any kind of confusion, or maybe it's still a secret and could still happen. Or as I've suggested in my last video, maybe it will be a stagger release and come out a year or two down the road when the X needs an official replacement. Again, a lot of time to wait, but we will have to see. Good news is, with Lockhart out of the way, developers will likely be able to leverage the full potential of something like next holiday's Xbox. Not because the Lockhart does hold back that kit, but because it is the path of least resistance. If there is one box out there, developers give that box their full attention. Remember, having multiple SKUs does not necessarily hold back the high-end SKUs. PC gaming has seen this for decades. It's just that developers choose not to leverage the full capability because time is money. And hey, if you gotta run on a Lockhart, why not just triple or quadruple the resolution, maybe add an effect or two and call it a day? Once again, the path of least resistance. So if what some of these people are saying is true, Project Scarlet will be one hell of a machine next year, and developers will actually leverage its custom technology because it is the only new box out, not because there is no low end. Scarlet will get the full attention and optimization of the developers. But hey, let me know what you think down below. There's a lot to this. And just to recap, Lockhart apparently no longer on the table. Developers now apparently more willing to take full advantage of Scarlet because there is no low-end version. Therefore, they can have all of their time and attention focused on that one console coming out next year. But hey, at the end of the day, Lockhart is real. Whether or not they decide to leverage that platform or release it now or in a year or so is yet to be seen. Let me know what you guys think down below. Things change, and Microsoft have never been more malleable. They've never been quicker to respond and react and change things up. This is just another example of how they are constantly changing and adapting to new strategies. So let me know, do you think this thing's gonna come out? Would you buy it if it did come out? And also, do you think the PlayStation 5 is more powerful than the Project Scarlet? On one hand, you have executives saying, I think we're going to be the most immersive and powerful console next year. 2, we're not building Scarlet to be second place. But on the other, you have people saying that, hey, a PlayStation 5 developer told me it's faster than the Scarlet. Who do you believe and why? Let me know down below. And of course, as always, if you enjoyed the video or learned something today, hit that like button. It really helps more than you guys know. You power this channel, and sharing things like this helps even more. Again, if you got a second or two, it would be well appreciated. Also, if you're new, consider subscribing for all of the latest and greatest in console tech news and more. Check out the links down below. I'm Dealer, and I'm out.